Good evening, everyone. I know it's Friday and usually the energy levels are down, but I would like to know from you what's your energy level? Because mine is still at the top. I'm still energetic.
Woohoo!
And woohoo! Yeah, so finally we've made it to the last day. So thank you again for being here. It's um it's really nice to know that people are interested in changing their relationship with money. Today we are talking about values, money, and why having a financial strategy actually means, actually matters, not means. Because when we think about making more money, saving more, or just feeling financially stable, is not enough to just work on your mindset or emotions. You also need a clear strategy. As I said yesterday, um, a dream without strategy is just a fantasy. So the other day I had a session with someone who told me that they've been working on themselves for a long time. They've taken courses, done self-development work, and yet their bank account didn't show the results they were hoping for. And this is exactly what we talked about. Yes, working on your emotions and beliefs is important, but without taking real actions, nothing changes. You can clear all the blocks in your mind, shift all your limiting beliefs, and feel more worthy of success, for example. But if you don't take actual steps towards your goal, it's just wishful thinking. So, as I said, the goal without a strategy is just a fantasy. I like this saying, and I'm gonna say it all the time. um, I don't want you to get stuck in this trap of, if I'm working on myself, I'm healing, I'm taking courses, because you actually need a plan. Things won't magically fall into place. You need action. And this is why my money transformational program, which I'm going to talk to you about in a minute, the last part in it is taking action. We do the deep work, we remove the blocks, dissolve fears, but we have to turn this into reality. We need to go and actually do something. And this is where we need to understand like two things: what gives us energy and motivates us to take action, and also what drains us and keeps us stuck in procrastination and excuses. This is where your values come in. And because I have a good mentor in John Demartini, he developed a method, and I will talk to you about this method a little bit later. But today we look at high values, what high values are, what low values are, and the things that you should do but you don't really care about, why your personal values directly affect how much money we can earn and keep, why we often set goals but don't actually do things needed to reach them. And this is in any field, not necessarily only related to money, and how to figure out your true mission in life and make money doing what you love. So we've got a lot to cover today, but these are huge topics and they are very dear to my heart, because this can really change the way you think about money and success. So and to be honest, it's this is where the law of attraction gets misunderstood. You know, maybe you've heard the books or the film The Secret that made it sound like you just sit around and think about £1 million and just poof, it will magically appear. And that's not how it works. The law of attraction doesn't mean you just wish for something and it happens. It means when you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with what you want, the universe responds. But the key word here is the action. The universe gives back what you put into it. If you take action, make plans, have strategy, and bring order to your mind about a goal, the universe will send you opportunities, people, situations, and help you reach the goal. But if you don't have a plan, and if your mind is all over the place, and you just hate taking action towards the goal, and you're just hoping for things to happen without taking any steps, then the universe doesn't really have anything to work with. So, as I said, a strategy is the proof that your mind is clear and ready. So let's say you want to save more money, yeah, because if you have a savings plan, you know how much money you have, how much money is going out, how much money you want to save, how long you want to save. So these are all parts of the strategy of the plan. Then you are showing the universe that you are really serious about it. So in a way, you created order in your finances. And when the universe understands this, you are ready for more money. So it brings more opportunities, because that's basically how it works. When you are interested in taking care of your money, you will see more opportunities, and you are more prone to take action. Because honestly, chaos doesn't attract abundance, but order does. There is even a science that studies why some people naturally take actions to grow their money, while others are more drawn to different things like taking care of kids, being creative, or helping others. Yeah. And this science is called axiology, and it's super old. Even though the roots reach back in the ancient period, the discipline has been conceived like in the late 90s, in the 19th century. Yeah. And it's John Demartini, as I said, he took this ancient knowledge and turned it into a simple practical tool. And just he created, let's say, a high value system. And this tool helps you figure out what truly matters to you, what doesn't really matter, how to build a life based on what you love. And when you do that, when you when you align your actions with what you truly value, you feel naturally inspired to take action, whatever is making money, building a business, or I don't know, doing something you love. So if you want more money, create order in your money. If you want a better life, create order in your life. It's no big secret here. It's that's the secret to making it happen. See, every person has things they love and care about most, things they happily spend their time, energy, and even money on without thinking twice. And that's what is called like high values. For example, some people love learning and spending hours reading books. Some other people love making money and enjoying finding ways to grow their business. Some people love family time and would do anything for their kids. Some people love helping others and will always be there when someone needs them. Whatever lights you up inside, whatever you naturally want to spend your time, energy, and money, and that's your high value. And here's the best part: no two people have the exact same values. Your values are like these fingerprints, you know. Now, on the flip side, there are things that don't excite you. And these are called low values, the things that you don't do because you have to, must to, you ought to, not because you love them. For example, if numbers bore you to death, yeah, you won't probably want to sit and do accounting all day, like I do. I love numbers. If you hate cooking, you won't feel excited about spending hours in the kitchen. Or if you are not into fitness, going to the gym might feel like a torture. That's it. That's pretty much about it. And when you spend too much time doing things that you don't match your values, your high values, you feel drained. You get bored, frustrated, sad, and to make yourself feel better, you might start spending money on random things like shopping, eating out, watching TV, just to escape the feeling. But when you align your life with your high values, everything else feels different. You feel excited to wake up, you naturally take action, you find easier way to make money because you are doing what you love. You feel more inspired and fulfilled instead of going through the motion. You just taking leaving yourself taken away by the waves, you know. So if you understand your high values and start building your life around them, you will feel happier, more successful, um, and in more control of your money. Do more what, I don't know, excites you, and life gets better. But I'll go deeper further so you can understand even better why you don't do or you don't do certain things. What's the main characteristic, or the, should I say, the main definition of the values is the fact that they come from the biggest gaps or voids we felt in our lives. Think about when you were a kid, every human being notices what's missing in their life, and that shapes what becomes more important to them. But the thing is, everyone sees these gaps differently. Even if you grew up in the same family with the same parents in the same home. For example, let's say there are two brothers. Yeah, one child might feel like not getting enough love from their mom. So that was the biggest thing missing in their life. The pain makes them focus. So that specific pain makes them focus on learning how to connect with people, to to build strong relationships and create deep bonds. As an adult, they might really value family, love, friendships. And the other child, the brother, yeah, the same in the same family, might feel that not having enough money was the biggest gap. They saw money struggles, they felt stressed because of it, and decided and that money was the most important thing. So as an adult, they focus on saving, investing, building wealth. But I want to explain this to you a little bit better. I know it makes sense, it has a logic, but I want you to see it even better. I don't know. Do you know about the Maslow pyramid of needs? Have you heard of it?
Absolutely. I even
Yeah.
studied university. Yeah.
It's that theory that organizes human needs into the 5 levels from most basic to most advanced. Yeah. So we all have basic needs that are universal. As human beings, we all have them. And these are needs that every single person shares, no matter where they come from or what their life looks like. So I would like to take a bit of moment to identify them together. You know, what's the most basic human need? Do you know?
Shelter.
At the bottom of the pyramid.
It's food and shelter, no?
Yeah, in a way, yeah, that's it. It's survival.
Safety or
Yeah,
survival, yes.
yeah, survival, which is food, having enough to eat, it's protection from extreme cold and heat, shelter, place to live. So these survival needs fall under the category of psychological and biological needs. So this is the foundation of everything else in life. And after the survival, what does it come? What do you think it is?
Sorry.
What's the next level after survival?
I forgot the name, but
Safety.
safety, yeah.
Yeah, it's safety. What safety means, it's about feeling protected, knowing that nothing bad is going to happen. And this includes physical safety, like making sure our life isn't in danger, no threats, no predators, no extreme risks. But also, it means all, the emotional safety, feeling a sense of certainty, predictability in life, knowing we have stability and we are not in constant fear. So at this level, we are not just trying to stay alive, we also want to make sure that our future is secure. We want to know that we'll have food tomorrow, that our home is safe, that we are not constantly in danger. Yeah, so it's about certainty and protection that our brain craves. And the third level, do you have idea?
Belonging.
Hmm?
Belonging?
Yeah, that's connection and belonging. Because this it's if you don't have food and water, then you won't think about safety, that you so if you don't have food and safety, you won't think about relationships. So if that's the next level. Now I have food, I have safety, what is missing? That the ones around me. Yeah. So it's friendships, it's family bonds, it's a sense of community, feeling accepted and included, because that's what our brain needs from time to time. Then what's the next after the connection?
The next one is esteem, like feeling that you're, being respected.
Yes, yeah. And they say it's called significance and meaning.
Self-esteem. Yeah.
Yeah. It's after safety and connection is significance. It's what impact I am making, what's my purpose, how I contribute to something bigger than myself. We want to leave a mark, to feel like our existence has a meaning. But like I said before, you can't focus on contribution if you are struggling to survive, if you feel completely isolated from people. Yeah. So once we feel safe and connected, we naturally start looking for a sense of purpose. And at the top of the pyramid, do you know what is it?
At the top of a pyramid was self-actualization. So it was like the highest level. Once you have everything already in place and you went through all of those steps, then it's self-actualization. How high can you go? How much can you achieve? How, whatever it is that you want to do in life.
Yeah, exactly. At this level, we focus on mastering new skills, expanding knowledge, challenging ourselves, becoming who we are truly meant to be, what we think. Yeah. So what we feel like we are meant to be. So why this need sits at the top of at the very top of the pyramid? Because we can only focus on personal growth when all other foundational needs are met. We can only move to the next level when our basic needs are met. So if we look at things on a global scale, yeah, it's it's pretty straightforward. The example, take the Ukraine war. When it started, everyone was just fearing for their safety, yeah, for their what they were thinking, what if I don't have food? What if I don't have shelter? What is going to happen? The bombs are going to, you know, destroy my home. Or with COVID as well, it was the same thing. It's that was the panic buy, the empty shelves in the stores and everything. It was the how should I say it, the attempt to their basic needs and safety. So how do these values form? As I said before, they are gaps or voids we encountered in our early life. Yeah. So we, when we start exploring the world and we notice our environment, and during this time we experience challenges, gaps, and things we feel are missing. We also notice that we have what we have in abundance, yeah, but there is an interesting part that our mind focuses much more on what's missing rather than what we already have. Why? Because gaps and lacks and pain, like, I don't know, threats to our most important needs, feel more intense than the positive sides of the events and things that happen in our life. So if something wasn't a life or death issue, our brain still interprets it as a threat to one of our needs. So it doesn't have to be very, 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 very intense, like life or death, but it still affects us, and we still interpret that is something that is missing. For example, if a child grew up without nice clothes, they might not have felt that they were in physical danger, but maybe they were laughed at in school. Maybe they felt left out. Maybe they felt unsafe in social settings. And that lack was registered as a deep emotional wound affecting their sense of connection, belonging, or security. So the biggest gaps or voids we felt as kids became our mind's top priority. Because the brain basically goes, wow, this was painful. I never want to feel this way again. I will make sure I get as much of this thing as possible in the future. So if a child felt a lack of affection from their mother, their brain registered that hurt. It affected my security, my sense of love, my identity. And now as an adult, family, emotional connection will be one of my highest values. And this is how our strongest values are shaped. Not by what we had, but by what we felt was missing the most. Let's say, for example, say someone experienced a strong lack of money as a child, and that impacted many of their needs. As an adult, they might think that they put a focus on financial security, or maybe the child felt rejected by others as a child speaking, yeah, but they weren't accepted by friends or peers, and that hurt them. It affected really their basic needs. So that was a threat itself. The brain interpreted that as a threat. So later in life, they might prioritize socialization and relationships as a high value. That's why I said that values come from the biggest gaps we felt in our lives. What was missing in our life? So, in short, the things we lacked the most in life, especially the ones that affected our basic needs, like food, safety, love, belonging, growth, ended up becoming our biggest priority as adults. If you think about it, these values, so or whatever was missing then now becomes our values, and we can interpret that, or we can look at them as the inner GPS guiding us. So it shapes how we think, the choices we make, the actions we take, all in an effort to fill those gaps and create the life we once wished for. So another interesting thing about values, your number one value, the thing that matters most to you, is called telos, which means the ultimate object or aim or goal. Aristotle used it first, and I like to think of it like your guiding star. It's your life's purpose. So your life's mission, it's deeply connected to your top value. For example, coaching was my way to fulfill my value of connecting with people and to feel deeply connected with others, because this is what I was missing from my mother, from my parents. So through coaching, I managed to serve this value in a very concrete way, in a very specific way. In coaching is a value for me because it's the gap behind it. It was this need for connection. So through coaching, I fulfill both my connection with myself when I work on myself, and my connection with others when I help other people connect with themselves. So somehow from coaching, which is my number one value, I also discovered my mission. So what's important to know about values? Values are not desires. They are not things we wish were important to us. The values are proven by our daily life. The way to identify these values is very practical and realistic. It's not about just looking at a list of words and picking the ones that sounds nice or seem inspiring. It's not about saying, you know, my values are ABC and choosing from from a list or from some pictures just because they look good on paper. Yeah. So instead, you have to look at your actual life. Your life proves it already. Where do your resources go? Time, energy, and money. What do you constantly think about? What actions do you naturally take? What do you talk about with excitement? There are specific questions that, when answered, reveal your true high values. I will send this form in the email so you can read it and figure out your own high values. Another thing about values is they are not social ideals. High values are not just empty words like courage, integrity, love, fairness, whatever. There are so many. Because in reality, we'll all express these qualities in our own way, depending on what truly matters to us. For example, my high values are coaching, growing my business, and personal development. So these are very clear and specific. So generic words like courage or honesty don't truly define us, because we all express them in the same way when we are aligned with our goal, with our real priorities. So it's that's why if you want to grow, succeed, and feel fulfilled, you need to align your life with your real high values. That's where your energy, success, happiness come from, because we all want this. So how does it feel so far? Is it interesting?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I know when you hear it, it makes sense, but we never think about it actually. Okay, so people who don't have money in their high values usually fall into this pattern. Their low values come from things that they've been told to value, yeah, by family, by society, by work. They try to live by values that aren't really theirs just because they seem interesting or important to others. So when we live in our low values, our emotional mind takes over. This means we operate at a low frequency, as I said in the past, where mental blocks exist, and we start looking for quick wins, instant gratification, and we avoid effort. For example, if money is not a high value for someone, they will look for ways to get rich quickly. They hope for overnight success without real effort. They chase those get rich quick deals that promises big results for little work. They expect others to take care of their money for them while they just enjoy the benefits. So instead of feeling inspired to learn how to manage and grow their own money, they will simply hope that someone else does it for them. And that's what's really, really important to understand, is that our um, hierarchy of values directly shapes our financial destiny. Why? Because let's put it this way. I think the best way is to give an example. Imagine a person whose top values are travel, personal development, and children. So we are wired to allocate our resources, time, energy, and money based on our highest values. And that means that in our top values, we naturally pay attention to things related to them, take action without needing external motivation, and remember and hold on to information about them. So now let's say this person receives money in their bank account. What will they do? Without even thinking too much, apart from the basic needs, yeah, we are not talking about those, they will spend it in order to their high values. Some money will go towards holiday, some will go towards personal development and courses, some will be spent on their kids. And only after they have covered these top values, if they have some money related values somewhere at the bottom, whatever is left, it goes there. And if there's nothing left, then they don't get to save or invest. I'm not even talking about that. Yeah. So if money is not high on their values, they won't naturally think about saving, investing, or building wealth first. Instead, money will be spent on what they value most, and only one whatever only whatever remains will go towards financial growth. You know, nowadays social media is full of advices and pushing people to set goals around financial independence, wealth, making a lot of money. But if money is not in their top, let's say 3 or 5 highest values, they will never have enough time, energy, inspiration to take the right actions or build a clear strategy to actually get there. So having money as a high value does not mean that you just want money. This is a common misunderstanding, and I see this when I discuss the value test with my clients. Many try to convince themselves that they have value as money as a value, but here's the key difference. Wanting money to pay for holidays, courses, or things for your kids does not mean money is in your values. In this case, money is just a tool to serve your real values: travel, education, like personal development, family. Yeah. So truly valuing money means you actually care about money itself, not just what you can buy with money. You can enjoy making, managing, growing. So having money in your top values is more than that. So you need to enjoy making it. You need to preserve money. If you compare, let's say, let's put having children as a high value. So if you truly value children, you'll be inspired to have them, to take care of them, to invest in their growth, and guide them towards becoming independent. Yeah, that's if you have children there and you have family there, you wouldn't say, I have kids in my value and I just give them away. Yeah, you don't do that. You take care of them, because in the same logic applies to money. If money is not in your value, you you won't be naturally inspired to learn how to make more, how to find opportunities, or develop skills that increase your income. So it's when you naturally have money in your top values, you'll invest in programs that help you remove money blocks and take action towards your financial growth. You'll naturally want to save, manage, grow your money instead of spending it without thinking. You'll be inspired to invest so that your money works for you, and eventually become independent. So just like children, you don't if you don't if you have them, you don't just give them away, you just keep them. So if you truly value money, you don't just make it and spend it all. You keep it, grow it, and take care of it. That's why it's so important to take the value test. Because if money isn't one of your high values, there's a process I work with in my financial program, in the transformational program, that helps retrain your mind so that you can move money up in your value system, at least to the third or second spot in your values. It's really important to do this, because when money is in your top values, it becomes natural to you to stay organized, to create order in your money, to take action straight away to grow your income, savings, investments. It's that's the real financial growth, in my opinion. Another thing about values is that throughout your life, values stay the same, but they change form. It's many people would disagree until I give them examples. For example, if family is high value in your teen years, it might show up a strong friendship, later, because at that stage in your teen years, I'm talking, yeah. So at that stage, when you are a teen, friends feel like family, yeah. Then later in university, the same value might be expressed as the romantic relationship you have, because that comes the closest form of connection. Then later in life, if you become an adult, family is your spouse and your children. So even though the form changes, the underlying value remains the same. For example, you can put the same thing, the family, you can put onto a person who loves work. Yeah, they when you do the value test, and it might look like work is the highest value, but in reality it's not about career, it's about the deep relationships at work. That's more important to them. That's what they take out of the job. So that's what motivates them. That's why high values evolve over time, not because they disappear, but they shift into different forms. It's based on our life stage. So it's why is this connection between our values, top values, and actions. Yeah, because I said we take actions into our highest values. It means that our brain, are there some neural connections between those values and positive emotions like pleasure, fulfillment? Because when you take actions in your highest values, you feel good, you feel inspired, you feel amazing. And that's where the brain makes the connection. So it means that whenever we do something that aligns with our high values, we naturally want to do it. It gives us energy. We feel excited, inspired. So our brain is wired to seek out and enjoy activities that serve our highest values. So how to know if money is in your high values? Probably is a question everyone wants to hear the answer to. But first, I just remember, let me tell you that there are 3 ways of having money in your highest values, just like the Maslow pyramid of needs. There are 3 ways. It's not just having money, it's a general term. One is making money, yeah, being inspired to earn more than you spend, increasing your income, creating financial surplus. Second is saving money, managing, organizing, taking care of your money instead of just spending, and investing, growing your wealth through investments, whatever is low or high risk. That's a step above than just saving. So these 3 levels define what it truly means to have money as a high value. So now, how to know if money is in your high values? Let's take an example, saving money. Yeah. Now, think about the idea of saving money for a moment. You know, just close your eyes and think of this, saving money. What does it mean to you? Does your brain go, wow, I love saving money, I can't wait to save money? Or does it feel more like, oh, I should save money because everyone talks about it. I know I need to save, I have to save some money. I should say, I must save some money. How does it feel? More. So if you feel excitement and energy around saving money, that's a strong sign that money is in your values somehow. Yeah. But if your brain responds with, oh, I have to save money, that means it's not high value for you. So why does this happen? When something is high value, your brain has strong neural connections linking that action to positive emotions. Yeah, if saving money is in your values, you'll naturally think of creative ways to save. You'll get excited about strategies, new ideas, do the research of ways to improve that. Yeah. So, and if saving money is not in your values, your brain will resist. You'll feel drained, distracted. You want to avoid it altogether. You just don't want to do it. And this is how we can tell if an action aligns with our values. Does it energize us or exhaust us? There are 3 key signs of high values, because when something is in your high value, you naturally have attention, intention, and retention. What does it mean? Attention, you notice things related to it everywhere, yeah. Intention, you naturally take action on it. And retention, you remember details about it easily. So when I have money as one of my highest values, 3 things naturally happen, yeah. My attention, yeah. I focus on making money. I notice opportunities everywhere. I actively look for ways to grow my income as a side hustle or doing another, growing another business or whatever it is. Then retention, I manage my money well. I know where it goes. I make a budget. I find ways to make it grow. And the intention, I work towards making money in a way that gives me financial independence. This is what ultimately leads to financial freedom, because I am naturally motivated to make, manage, and grow my wealth. This is why people who love business and money will always find ways to learn about it, while others might completely ignore it or feel drained by the thought of it. You know, the best example is, let's take 2 women, yeah, completely different value systems. Both are 40 years old, both live in the same neighborhood, both go to the same mall because, let's say, it's nearby. Now we have one woman with and her high values is business and money. When she walks through the mall, what does she notice? She notices business ideas. Oh, look at the store. The branding is, look at the colors, the great marketing they are using. Then they maybe see investment opportunities. Oh, I wonder what this interest rates at this bank in the shopping mall, yeah? They maybe look at the entrepreneurial strategies. Oh, I bet this shop makes a fortune from tourists. So her attention is naturally pulled towards anything that relates to making and growing money. So when it comes to taking action, what will she be drawn to? Buying a power suit for an important meeting, now visiting stores maybe to look at their trends, spending money on books, courses, or resources that will help her grow her business. And the second woman, now where her values are children and family, when she walks through the mall, what does she notice? Wow, look at those toddlers playing. They are so cute. Oh, should I check out that new collection, the toy collection? Or is there a play area or a bookshop for these kids here? So her attention is naturally pulled towards anything related to children. And when it comes to taking action, what will she be drawn to? Shopping for children's clothes or toys, browsing parenting books, looking for fun activities she can do with her kids. But what happens if they switch roles? The business focused woman is asked to shop for kids' clothes and toys. Within 20 minutes, she's drained and ready to escape. I need a coffee. I can't do this anymore. This is me when I'm going shopping as well. And the family-focused woman is asked to buy a business suit for an interview. She'll probably feel zero excitement and just grab whatever is easiest. So the key takeaway is energy and values are connected. Both women can do the tasks, But the one working with her values feel energized and inspired, and the one working outside her values feels drained and uninterested. This is why people struggle when they try to force themselves to do things that don't align with their values. It takes more effort, more energy, and feels like a burden. Yeah. Now imagine imagine these two women meet for a coffee a week later. Each of them shares their mall experience, but from a different and completely, if you think about completely different perspectives. The business women focus will say, it was such an interesting day. I noticed which stores are doing well, what kind of advertising works, and I even bought a power suit for my next big meeting. It was a great day. And the other one, which is family focused, is she would say, it was amazing. A new play area for kids just opened. I can't wait to take my children there. I also found some great new children books, and I'm planning a family movie night this weekend. Each one of them had equally fulfilling experience, but their focus was completely different based on their values. Can we say that one perspective is better than the other? Not really. Or unless if you value business, you might feel more aligned with the first woman. And if you value family, you might resonate with the other one. So we tend to prefer and admire people who share our values because we see ourselves in them. Now, how did you find it so far?
It's definitely interesting. Think I'm somewhere in between. I don't think I'm either this or that.
No. Yeah.
I mean the two women in the example, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But how is understanding the main idea of how important our values are? That's my question.
Well, I think that they are important. The problem is that we're not always, I don't think we, especially when we're younger, I don't think we truly understand what values mean.
No, we don't.
So it's harder to make wiser decisions then. And even later in life, you really have to be curious to find those answers in order to get to that.
Absolutely. That's why, in my opinion, I think everyone should start in life with finding their values because otherwise, um, we'll be unhappy because we will take actions against our what's inside us. We are so influenced by the exterior, by the outside, and by the family, society, school, whatever. Yeah, then it might not be aligned with what we want. So, in my opinion, finding your highest values, it's so important. It's really important. I did this way with my daughter, and it just made her life and my life clearer and easier in her choices in life. That's why I'm saying it's so good to start with these values from very young, but not everyone knows about it, so you can't introduce this test in schools. That would help a lot with taking subjects for GCSEs and looking what to study further. In my opinion, I think it should be um, a tool that should be used earlier in life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what does the whole thing mean for money? So if you want to build wealth without struggle, you need to stop forcing yourself to learn about money the hard way. You need to align money with your values. So managing feels natural and not like a chore. If money is not in your values, you struggle to pay attention to finances. You avoid financial decisions. You feel mentally and emotionally drained when dealing with money. But if you bring money into your high values, you will naturally pay attention. It's just the opposite, yeah? Take action effortlessly because it excites you. You retain knowledge about money without forcing yourself. Because we have so many blocks, even at this level, after we cleared all the emotional blocks, there are still things that are blocking us because your values are in line with your mission. Yeah. But if you don't know your mission, you are not just missing out on what you love to do, you are also missing the chance to figure out how you can serve others in ways that feel natural. So your mission is something, I don't know, that you personally love doing. So it feels good to you. You feel inspired to offer to others. So you naturally want to help people with it. So finding your mission isn't some abstract or complicated thing. It's actually clear, simple process, let's say. So when we do it inside my program, it's a very powerful mind and heart opening experience. Because knowing your mission helps you find ideas and solutions that allow you to make more money, to help more people, and do things that it makes sense to you. When you understand your highest values, you find your mission and you start working from that place. So you have a higher chance to become, let's say, a leader, not necessarily a leader in take it ad literam, but to do something with your life. You love learning and improving in your field. You feel naturally inspired. You don't feel drained. You build resilience. You don't experience burnout because it doesn't feel like work. One thing is burnout isn't caused by working too much. It's caused by working on things that don't inspire you. For example, I can work on my coaching business all day, every single day, including evenings and weekends, doing sessions, planning, spending hours on my mission, and I don't feel tired. But if you tell me to do the same, to put the same amount of time and effort and energy into, I don't know, repairing a car, I will feel completely drained because it's not something I am aiming for. So if you want to attract a lot more money, you need to serve more people. And the only way to have energy and motivation to serve people is to work from your mission, because that's what keeps you inspired, focused, unstoppable. If money is not in your top 5 values, you won't feel inspired to make or manage money properly. Like we discussed before, you won't spend time finding solutions to earn more. You won't take action to increase your income. You won't manage your money well. And so financial growth will remain just a fantasy. So if you don't know your value and mission, or you are not connected to them, you'll only see money as a means to an end, just a tool to buy things. You won't have a bigger vision for money, a deeper understanding of how money can be used for something greater. But when you start seeing money as something much bigger than yourself, as a tool that can help you build something meaningful into the world, then money becomes part of your mission. The bigger the vision for money, the more you can attract. I like this idea. I heard it somewhere, I don't know where, but I loved it. Which it really stuck with me. And it says kind of, if your vision for money is just about yourself, you will only generate enough to support yourself. If your vision is for your family, you will generate enough to support your family. If your vision is for your community, you'll create wealth to the whole, to benefit the whole community. Yeah. But if your vision is for the world, you'll be able to build something that impacts people globally. The bigger the vision, the more money you can generate, because you are thinking beyond just your personal needs. And expanding your vision is a step-by-step process. It's not gonna happen overnight. So you don't jump from thinking, how do I pay my bills, to how do I build global wealth? Because it happens gradually. Every time you work on your relationship with money, your vision expands a little bit more. And the more you expand the vision, the more money you attract, because you now have a bigger purpose for your money. So there is one thing I want you to remember about the value, these values. The bigger your mission around money, the more you can see money that serves something greater, the more money you'll attract to fulfill that mission. So once we worked on dissolving the deepest financial blocks, the next step to making a big financial leap, whenever that's doubling or tripling your income, is to increase how much money is present in your values and in more forms. So financial transformation is a repeating process. It doesn't happen overnight. And it's not a one-time process. It's something that should be done over and over again. You go through financial transformation process once and you grow. Then you repeat the process and you grow even more, and so on. It's each time you do it, your financial mindset and behaviors will evolve to new levels. That's why this work needs to be ongoing, because every time you reach a new financial level, you need to rework and refine your approach to keep expanding. So I want to share with you what I was talking about my program. Say how we put the whole transformation system into action. Yeah, the first step is to identify values. We don't work without values. Everything relates to values. The step 2 is to diagnose the blocks. We talked about these blocks: the pride, the shame and guilt, the admirations, the resentment, fears, fantasies. We talked yesterday, fantasies and fears. Then transform by dissolving the block. Then build your strategy. We work together to build your strategy according to your situation, to where you are at, not just this is the program, this is you have to follow, because it doesn't work. And then just manifest and implement everything. It's really transformative, and you can get a lot of benefits from doing the work. You can increase your income and can grow your business. You also it depends on your what you want out of it. Maybe financial stability and security, better money habits. It's maybe you want to start investing, you have the money, but you don't feel you don't know, or you don't feel like investing, and you will start you'll become more confident at investing. And who knows, maybe you will become financially independent at some point. What it costs you not to unlock your money mindset, as probably is like what you are, the point in life where you are at the moment, yeah, staying at the same income level, having debts and paying interest payments, bankruptcy, short-term pleasure spending, because that's what the mind does. Maybe because your mind is so emotionally charged and so emotionally loaded, you miss opportunities. You can't see any way out of it. It's your brain doesn't have the capacity to look somewhere else. And all the other costs, the list is a lot longer, but it's gonna cost you in time, it's costing you. Then who is this program for? Is for professionals, for business owners, for those who run a business, yeah, entrepreneurs and everyone who wants to go to a different level, for coachings, consultants, freelancers ready to change their scale of income, and anyone tired of financial stagnation, who is ready to just go to a different level. They want to change their life. And it's not for you if you want to hope for money instead of action, or don't know, schemes to get rich quickly. Is not going to happen. It's going to be small groups, working weekly with groups of 4 and 5 people, because I think that personalized support is an advice, not necessarily support, and work itself is more important than anything else. It's quite structured, but is results driven. You will definitely see results by the end of it. It's also action based. It's not just mindset work. So it's not learning theory. It's doing the actual work of dissolving blocks, limiting beliefs. It's putting everything into a plan and making a strategy, and taking action and being accountable, being kept accountable for it. So no, that's, we've been there. So we for this program, for this group, for these people, for those of you who took part in this 5 days money reset program, I'm offering like 20% discount for it. So it's a real thing to grab.
How do we register?
We will I will send you first a link to have a phone call first, to have a quick 15-20 minutes meeting, and see if it fits for you, if it's something that fits you. Maybe it doesn't help you in any way, maybe you want something else and I can't give you. So I think a prior discussion is really helpful. And I will send you the link for this, to book a call. And If you want to
did-
register, I will also send you the link to register straight away. It's
Okay, so where will you send the link?
in the email.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So this is it for tonight.